All right, now we're on chapter 7 of Lulu is getting a sister. She officially is meeting up with her baby sister, her little sister in training, so we'll see what happens. Chapter 7. Lulu, who was not in the mood for friendly conversation, grabbed the kid's hand and headed for the door. But there wasn't a second of silence because this pint-sized, blue-eyed, button-nosed, frizzy-haired talking machine started talking and never shut up. So, hello, I'm Mitzi. I'm 8. Well, practically 8. And I'm a twin, and my birthday, well, both of our birthdays, is August 9th. And my favorite color is silver. And my favorite song is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And my favorite movie is, well, I still can't decide. And I love doing cartwheels and jumping rope and lots of other fun things like that. And without even taking a breath, she raced through a very long list of those other fun things without pausing finally to ask an impatient finger and foot tapping Lulu. But there's one thing I'm super good at. Want to guess what it is? Just tell me already, said Lulu. Let's just get this over with. Scrabble, said Mitzi. Scrabble. I can play that game better than practically anyone else, no matter who I am playing against. Even boys and girls who are older than you, I usually win. Scrabble? You know about Scrabble, right? But just in case you don't, I'm going to explain it to you real fast. Each player starts with 7 small tiles. Each of the tiles has its own letter. These letters are used to make words on a Scrabble board. Some of the letters will get you high points, and some of the words, if you're placed in spaces that double or triple your score. So if you're clever about where you're placing your words, and you know lots of words with X, Q, and Z, you'll be the player who gets the most points. You'll be the highest scorer. You'll be the winner of the Scrabble game. Lulu, you won't be surprised to hear, wins most of her Scrabble games. She beats her dad and her mom and her grandma Gertie. She expects to win whenever she plays, which is why she is feeling annoyed by what this not yet 8-year-old Mitzi is saying. In fact, she is feeling extremely annoyed that this little kid seems to believe that if she played Scrabble with Lulu, she, Mitzi, would win. So you're super good, growled Lulu, pulling Mitzi into Camp Sisterhood's indoor game cabin. We'll see about that. Sit down, we're playing Scrabble. Less than an hour later, Mitzi had beaten Lulu badly by using outrageous words like oxo and zerf, and getting extra points by using all 7 of her letters to make another dumb word that no one has ever heard of. If you're wondering what that word was, I'm happy to tell you it's kakleek, which is a kind of bird. If you're wondering what the score was, I've decided not to tell you. It's way too embarrassing. Mitzi wasn't worried about embarrassing. She jumped out of her chair and twirled around in a victory dance and then shouted, maybe 100 times, I won, 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 I won. After which she cheerfully said to a very uncheerful Lulu, that what do you have to say about that, little sister? Lulu narrowed her eyes and not too nicely answered Mitzi. I've got 2 things to say to you, she said. 1, I'd rather have a cavity, a bellyache, a blister, a splinter, or mosquito bites than be your older sister. So you can just stop calling me that right now. And 2, sit down. We're playing another game. This time the Scrabble game went a whole lot faster. It ended with Mitzi having the higher score. And after she danced her victory dance and did her I wons, once more, Lulu, red in the face, said, we're playing again. They played again, and yet again Mitzi beat Lulu. And yet again, Mitzi danced her dance, and I won. As Lulu was clearing the tiles from the board game so that they could start another game, Mitzi objected. We're not supposed to be inside all morning, she said. We also need to be outside, going swimming and other fun things. And all we've done for almost 4 hours is Scrabble. I really want to go swimming before they ring the lunch bell. And besides, it's boring beating you all the time. Uh-oh. Mitzi has just gone too far. Way too far. For along with all the shouting and dancing and whatever she beat Lulu, she was now na, rubbing it in. Nobody dares to treat Lulu that way unless, like Mitzi, they simply don't know what they're doing or they foolishly think that it might be amusing to see how Lulu gets ready to throw a tantrum. It is not amusing. Lulu's face, which was already red, became redder. Her hands clenched into her fist. Her eyes kind of popped, and although steam actually didn't, and actually couldn't, come out of her ears, anyone looking at Lulu might think that it had. Which is why a mother, one of those parents, remember, who lurked in the background, decided that something bad was about to occur. And why, just as Lulu was getting ready to throw herself down on the floor and do her heel kicking, arm waving, screeching until all the light bulbs burst tantrumy stuff, this mother dashed out of the background and poured a bucket of water on Lulu's head. And that is the end of chapter 7. Oh boy, this Mitzi is not great for Lulu. What do you think? All right, what do you think is going to happen next? Make a prediction. See you next time.